everyone, I am Amanda from Mandy Lynn Plans. Welcome back for another weekly plan with me. It's been a little while since I have done a weekly plan with me. I will be planning out February 3rd through the 9th, and I will be using this bundle up kit that we have in the shop. I am actually filming this on a snow day. I am filming earlier in the week than I normally do because, surprise, surprise, we do not have school today, so I am taking advantage of the extra time this afternoon where I normally would be teaching, and I am catching up on a bunch of filming. So here's a look at the spread last week. I had so much fun planning out this week, and I did not do it on camera. I actually did it with my 2-year-old. She has been loving using washi and stickers and coloring in her little notebook, her little plan with mama. She loves it. I gave her some of the washi from my holiday collection that I will never ever use, like swans and pineapples and like Halloween stuff that I won't ever use. And so she has been loving tearing that and keeping it all organized and everything just like mama. So we had fun planning together. So I did this. This is just some washi that I had on hand. This is from Cricut Paper Co. And this is the Cultivate What Matters. They call it the tending tape. And then just functional items from the shop. So this is the tropical colorway. This is the one that I like the best because I love bright, bold colors. So just the trackers and then the labels and then dots and checklists to keep track of my to-dos. And I am really loving this, especially in the middle of winter. I was just really wanting some bright, fun colors because that is just who I am. But this week, as I said, I am filming on a snow day. We had so much fun playing in the snow this morning. We built a snowman and it was just so fun. My daughter named him Bob, and she's so funny. Like, she can see him out the window and she'll run up to the window and she'll say, see Bob out the window, snowman, see Bob. And she's just so much fun. It was the perfect snow for snowmen. It was the, it packed really well and everything. It was just so much fun. The more she talks, the more fun she is to do things like this with. So I don't know, we've been really enjoying it. And I was gonna try and cover up this calendar and this box, but this is just a little bit short for that. So I really want to use this cute little polar bear full box. I think it's adorable with the little scarves. So what I'm gonna have to do is use this stripey one, and I'm gonna have to flip this upside down for it. So I'm gonna do this to cover up this navy box, even though it does kind of go with the color scheme. And then I will do the polar bears next instead of a calendar. I don't really feel like I need the calendar this week. And then I'm going to put, I think, this darker blue down at the bottom for my steps. I have been enjoying checking my steps and tracking them. My goal is to hit 10,000, and I have been doing better at that lately. So this just gives me extra motivation for that. And then I want to go in with my trackers. Let's see, I like to do 4. And since I have this darker box, I think I will do the purple, starting with purple, since this is this teal color. So I'm gonna start with purple. I am going to be tracking the same 4 things that I have been. That has been working out really well for me. So I'm gonna keep doing it because if it's not broke, why fix it? I do enjoy mixing it up too. You probably know that if you have been around for a little while. But lately I have been enjoying the simplicity of just doing the same old thing, because then I don't have the decision fatigue. I have been noticing that in my life, decision fatigue is a really, really hard thing for me. It just takes so much of my mental capacity. I don't know about you guys, but man, when I have to make so many decisions, it just wears me out. So I have been trying to streamline things where I can. I've been doing better about meal planning, so there's not the every single day what's for dinner question, and I've kind of gone back and forth on that. I'm not the most consistent, but this week I have been able to be on track with that. So I'm enjoying not having the every single day what's for supper question in my mind. I just have it written up on my board, but I don't decide which day is going to be which meal. When I meal plan, I just chose 4 meals that I want to cook throughout the week. It's just my husband and I and my 2-year-old right now who's actually eating what I'm making, and so we have quite a bit of leftovers, and so 4 meals is plenty for us. We do also like to go out to eat once a week at least. Sometimes on the weekends we do more than that, but we're really trying to cut down on extra out to eat spending because it is so easy to do. But yes, so trying to do better about meal planning has definitely helped my decision fatigue. I'm just not, I don't know, when supper rolls around, I just do not have the capacity to think clearly about what I can make. And for whatever reason, I don't usually think about it in the morning, even though, I mean, you have to make supper every single day, right? We have to eat. For some reason, I just can't think about it in the morning. I wait until it's too late, and then we end up with sandwiches, which is fine. Sandwiches, they feed us. Nobody dies from starvation, but it's just not that fun after a while. So what I did, you might remember that I mentioned using the Eat Once, Cook All Week cookbook. And one of the things that she does is choose one meat and has several different recipes with that meat throughout the week. And you cook it all at once, and then you eat it all week long, just with different recipes. And so I have still been doing that. Like, we cooked the chicken all at once at the beginning of the week with my Instant Pot, and then we used my KitchenAid to shred it all up, which is a tip for you, because it was, you know, like 5 pounds of meat, and I don't like shredding up chicken. I don't know about you. It is not my favorite thing to do. So the KitchenAid works really well. I like to add just a little bit of the broth from cooking it in the Instant Pot, and then it helps keep it moist, and it just shreds up really nicely. Don't do it on a very high speed though, just start out really slow and then gradually add speed as you need. And then, wait a second, what date is this? I covered up my calendar, so I don't know. The 3rd. And I kind of go back and forth on the calendar. Sometimes I use it to look ahead, obviously, and I've used those transparent dots, and those are helpful, but I don't really have anything right now that I need to be looking ahead to with the calendar. So covering it up works just fine. All right, so then we can go ahead and should we? No, I was gonna say we could go ahead and get in the plans, but I am going to forget to put my scripts on my habit trackers if I don't do it right now. So I'm tracking if I do my quiet time, if I either go on a walk, or like at school I walk quite a bit, so sometimes I count that. Or if I have a couple minutes in between classes where the next class isn't there yet, I just kind of walk the halls. So I count that. And then if I'm checking in with my planner, both this planner and my Cultivate What Matters power sheets, I have been using and loving those. And then the last thing down here at the bottom is my steps. All right, so for the week, we have a lot of the normal things. We have school on Monday and Wednesday, but not Friday. The teachers are headed to Kansas City for a teacher conference. Tuesday is our last home game. That starts at 4:30. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. Friday, as I said, we do not have school, so I'm just going to do a no school. Whoops, that's not centered. Over here. So I mentioned that my daughter was loving the snow, and my little baby has actually started eating solid foods. She's kind of mixed about it. I'm not sure how she feels. She hasn't gotten sick or anything, like she's eating it fine, but I don't know if she's just not really, if she doesn't like how it tastes, or she's just not used to the idea of eating food yet. She still just gives me kind of these weird faces whenever I try and give her things. She has tried avocado and carrots and sweet potatoes so far, and I know that once I give her fruits that she will love it, but I don't want to give her fruits too much because then she might not eat the regular food. At least that's how my older daughter was. I am going to put these dots up at the top, I think, for birthdays, just to remind me about them. I'm gonna steal these birthday scripts off of my monthly script sticker sheet. And I will need to remember to get cards in the mail Wednesday and Thursday. So what I'll do is just put those as to-dos down at the bottom here. And actually, I think I'm going to continue using, so this week, with all of the busyness and boldness of these bright fun colors, I thought it would be fun to keep the Snowstorm ink in my pen just so that there was a neutral. And I think I'm gonna do that again for this for a couple of reasons. I absolutely adore this ink, and I obviously waste ink a little bit whenever I clean it out a whole lot. But since this is the bundle up kit and it's called Snowstorm, I am just going to keep this in here. I'm not going to do a special ink of the week for this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and just write send card. So I need to send that one on Wednesday for the one on Friday, and then one on Thursday for the one on Saturday. I do like to try and get them on their birthday when I can. So that is in to help me remember that. I did put new release. This is not a monthly new release. This is going to be a script and functional new release. So make sure you are a member of the Facebook group to go ahead and get sneaks for that. Since I am no longer offering custom scripts, I do have several that I want to release for you. A lot of the ones that you have been asking for, and then some of the ones that I've done as customs that I think a lot of you will enjoy as well. So then we have church, and this week we are on AV. So I will need to make sure that I get the easy worship done for that. That's just the program that we use to do the songs and scripture reading, like the PowerPoint that is displayed during the service. And then I want to go ahead and put in school scripts for the 2 days that we have school. And I think that is it, besides just writing in here that we have a pep band game. That is the last home game. So I think that is all that I have for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.